Imagine waking up tomorrow to find that the world of software has just exploded, and security expertise is suddenly the hottest commodity on the market. That's not science fiction, it's happening now. In this first episode of our AppSec Career Blueprint series, we're laying the foundation for your journey into application security in 2026. If you followed our Vulnerability Chaining Masterclass Season 1, episodes 1 to 8, you already know how small flaws can combine into huge exploits. Now we're shifting from exploitation to career exploration. Don't worry if you're new, there's a role for you no matter your background. If you haven't caught Season 1 yet, make sure you do. It connects deeply with what we're covering here. Ready? Let's map out the opportunities, roles, and skills that will define your future. Before we dive into statistics and salary numbers, a quick reality check. All the data and projections you're about to see come from 2025 research. Markets change fast, salaries vary by region, and your career outcome depends on experience, location, and personal choices. Treat this series as a compass, not a contract. Use it to guide your next moves, then validate those moves with mentors, career counselors, and your own research. With that in mind, let's see why application security is grabbing headlines. Here's what we'll cover in episode 1. First, we'll look at the market itself, how big it's getting, and why demand is exploding. Next, we'll walk through the AppSec career ladder from entry-level analyst to executive, explore emerging job titles, and compare the most sought-after roles along with their skills and salaries. We'll then break down the technical foundation, languages, tools, certifications, and soft skills, and we'll finish by walking through a day in the life of an AppSec engineer. In episode 2, we'll pick up where we leave off with advanced paths, bug bounty strategies, developer to AppSec transitions, leadership progression, and a strategic action plan. For now, let's master the fundamentals. So why AppSec and why now? Consider this. Industry analysts predict 29% job growth for security roles from 2024 to 2034. Yet more than 3.5 million positions will remain unfilled by 2026. Mid-level AppSec engineers already earn over $135,000 on average. Opportunity is everywhere. Digital transformation means every business is becoming a software company. Cloud and DevOps adoption have created massive security challenges, and AppSec skills deliver a competitive advantage that can move you across industries. But there's also urgency. Application vulnerabilities have increased 350%. AI-powered attacks are maturing. The skills gap is widening. Regulations are tightening, and a single breach costs millions. As Forrester puts it, application security is no longer optional, it's an essential business function. The question isn't, should I get into AppSec? It's, how quickly can I build the skills to thrive? Let's zoom out now and see the bigger picture. The global cybersecurity market is projected to hit $210 billion by 2026, with security analyst roles growing nearly 30%. More than 3.5 million positions will still be open worldwide as organizations rush to secure cloud, AI, and IoT systems. At least 78% of companies plan to increase their AppSec investment by 2026. But what's driving this? A stubborn talent gap, rapid digital transformation, expanding compliance requirements, and evolving threats. If you're wondering where the jobs of tomorrow will be, this is it. The demand isn't just theoretical, it's happening right now. By 2026, there will be approximately 3.5 million unfilled positions, and the AppSec job growth rate will outpace the average IT role by nearly 29%. At least 78% of enterprises say they are actively recruiting AppSec talent, and once you are in, job security is high. Retention rates exceed 90%. The opportunity spans the entire ladder, entry-level positions for newcomers and executive tracks for those ready to lead. The benefits are tangible too. 83% of roles allow remote or hybrid work, and compensation is 20 to 40% higher than general IT salaries. As cybersecurity ventures observed, the talent gap is widening as companies race to secure modern cloud-native applications. You're not just filling a seat, you're becoming indispensable. Now, let's talk about the career ladder. At the bottom rung, security analysts 0 to 2 years, monitor alerts and learn the basics. After a few years, AppSec engineers 2 to 4 years review code, run static and dynamic tests, and manage vulnerabilities. DevSecOps engineers 3 to 5 years integrate security into CI/CD pipelines and automate infrastructure as code. Cloud security specialists 4 to 6 years focus on AWS, Azure and GCP, container hardening, and multi-cloud governance. Move up, and AppSec architects 6 to 8 years design secure systems and threat models. Managers 7 to 9 years lead teams and budgets. Leads 9 to 11 years set strategy, and Chief Information Security Officer 12 years plus align security with business objectives. Notice what's trending up: cloud security, AI security, and DevSecOps. Traditional network-only roles and on-prem positions are fading. To accelerate your climb, focus on emerging tech, earn relevant certifications, and develop a specialty. And remember, leadership roles require business acumen as much as technical depth. 2026 introduces job titles that didn't exist just a few years ago. AI security specialists defend machine learning pipelines against data poisoning and adversarial attacks. Prompt security engineers protect large language models from prompt injection and misuse. Cloud security automation specialists build multi-cloud controls using infrastructure as code. Software composition analysis (SCA) and open source risk specialists manage supply chain vulnerabilities. Product security champions embed security within development teams and act as translators between builders and defenders. Gen AI governance analysts ensure AI systems comply with emerging regulations and ethical standards. A key insight here: AI plus cloud expertise is redefining AppSec. Professionals who blend these disciplines command 25 to 40% higher salaries, and companies are scrambling to recruit them. Among all the emerging roles, 4 remain the most sought after in 2026. AppSec engineers, earning around 95 to 135K in the US, master static and dynamic testing tools, conduct secure code reviews, manage vulnerabilities, and often code in Python or Java. Cloud security engineers, often the highest paid at 120 to 180K, specialize in AWS, Azure, and GCP security, automate infrastructure as code, harden containers, and manage identities. DevSecOps engineers, commanding 100 to 155K, integrate security into CI/CD pipelines, work with Docker and Kubernetes, and automate security policies. AppSec managers, earning 140 to 200K, oversee programs and budgets, translate risk to executives, and lead teams. Each path requires a different mix of technical and leadership skills. So think about where your strengths lie and which activities energize you. However, the compensation varies by region and credentials. In 2026, US salaries set the benchmark. European roles pay roughly 15 to 25% less, and Asian roles 30 to 50% less due to cost of living differences. But some premiums cut across borders. Cloud and AI security specialists earn 15 to 25% more everywhere, and remote roles now pay about 95% of on-site salaries. Certifications can turbocharge your paycheck. CISSP boosts management roles by roughly 22%. OSCP adds about 18% for technical positions. AWS, Azure, or GCP certifications increase cloud security salaries by around 15%, and AppSec-specific certs like CASE or GCSA bump pay by about 12%. The biggest premium? Combining AI security expertise with cloud certifications, the market's highest growth segment. In other words, investing in targeted credentials pays off. But the skills are evolving just as quickly. Employers want T-shaped professionals, people who have a deep specialty and broad competence across related areas. Start with secure coding. Python and JavaScript, TypeScript remain staples. Java is essential for enterprise. Go and Rust are rising stars for cloud and system security. Cloud and DevOps skills are nearly mandatory, securing AWS, Azure, and GCP, hardening containers, protecting CI/CD pipelines. Testing goes beyond scanning. You'll need proficiency with static, dynamic, and interactive analysis and the ability to automate them. AI and automation are no longer optional. Knowledge of machine learning security, scripting, and AI-driven detection will differentiate you. Add threat modeling, structured risk assessment using frameworks like Stride or Dread, and regulatory knowledge across privacy laws, compliance frameworks, and emerging AI governance. Build breadth, then drill deep into an area that excites you. However, tools are the instruments of your craft. For code analysis, you will see platforms like Veracode, Snyk, GitHub Advanced Security, GitLab's Security Dashboard, and Black Duck. These scan source code and dependencies for flaws. On the runtime side, Burp Suite, Contrast Security, AWS Security Hub, Microsoft Defender for Cloud, and Invicti or Acunetics test all the running applications and the cloud environments. The top skill employers cite for 2026 is integrating these tools into automated pipelines. In fact, 78% of enterprises plan to consolidate tool chains to reduce complexity. Vendor certifications on these platforms can increase your salary by 12 to 18%. Don't feel pressure to master every product. Instead, pick one or two in each category and learn how to plug them into CI/CD workflows. Tools amplify your knowledge, they don't replace it. But remember that the programming languages are your vocabulary. Python remains the number one choice for security automation, scripting, vulnerability analysis, and AI/ML security. JavaScript is number 2 for client-side testing, DOM-based XSS detection, modern dev frameworks, and API security. Java still dominates enterprise application security, Android testing, and static analysis tools. On the system side, C and C++ are essential for low-level analysis, memory corruption bugs, and firmware or IoT security. Go powers many cloud-native security tools, container scanners, and Kubernetes controllers. Rust is the rising star for memory-safe systems, critical infrastructure, and WebAssembly. Employers increasingly want multi-language proficiency. Pair Python and JavaScript with one systems language for a potent combination. That mix lets you tackle web, cloud, and low-level challenges with confidence. Certifications often open doors, but a strategic roadmap beats a laundry list. For early career professionals, 0 to 5 years, start with Security Plus to build a foundation and OSCP to gain hands-on offensive skills. Together, they lead to an 85% job placement rate. Mid-career specialists, 3 to 8 years, should consider cloud-focused certs like AWS Security Specialty and secure software credentials like CSSLP. these often yield a 40% salary premium. For those with 8 or more years of experience, leadership-oriented certifications become valuable. CISSP remains the gold standard for management, while CCSP positions you for executive cloud security roles. The key is quality over quantity. Select certifications that align with your desired role rather than collecting badges. Employers value specialized credentials that solve real business problems more than a long list of acronyms. All the technical prowess in the world won't carry you without the right mindset. Critical thinking and problem solving help you connect seemingly unrelated data points and perform root cause analysis, a skill that cuts incident resolution times by more than half. Communication skills let you translate technical risks into business language, evangelize security to developers, and gain executive buy-in. Continuous learning keeps you ahead of adversaries. Top professionals learn 5 to 7 new skills each year and build personal lab environments to practice. Team collaboration and empathy are essential. Partnering with developers and operations yields realistic solutions and builds relationships. Cross-functional empathy is ranked higher than technical skills by more than half of employers. As Forbes put it, technical expertise gets you in the door, but soft skills get you to the table where decisions are made. Invest in them. Now, let's see what does an AppSec engineer actually do. Picture a typical day. At 9 a.m., you're reviewing 5 to 10 pull requests, looking for insecure patterns and verifying fixes. Late morning is for running static analysis tools in the CI/CD pipeline, triaging alerts, and coaching developers. After lunch, you lead threat modeling sessions, map attack surfaces, and document mitigations. By mid-afternoon, you're performing dynamic testing on new features and tuning scanners to reduce false positives. You finish the day with security training or knowledge sharing. Overlaid across this schedule are incident response duties, jumping into vulnerability triage, analyzing affected components, and coordinating remediation plans. Most AppSec engineers support 4 to 6 development teams simultaneously, balancing reactive tasks with proactive design. Success in this role demands both technical depth and communication finesse. That wraps episode 1 of our AppSec Career Blueprint, your foundation and market reality. We've explored why AppSec is exploding, what the market looks like, which roles and skills are in demand, and what a typical day entails. In part 2, Advanced Paths and Career Mastery, we'll dive into DevSecOps and AI security, bug bounty strategies, the developer to AppSec blueprint, high impact interview techniques, leadership progression, and a strategic action plan to personalize your journey. If you're eager to master advanced AppSec career strategies, make sure you stick around. Like this episode, share it with your peers, and leave a comment about which role or skill excites you most. Till then, we have exciting content lined up here on Bug Bounty and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss it.